How are we doing, people? Right, just bear with me a wee second here. Sorry, bear with me, people, with 2 seconds. So, a wee bit different this evening. It's a wee bit different, but it's still relevant to certain aspects that I've spoken about before. So, what actually happened is somebody was pointing me towards some hangouts, and I've seen this creeping in. You know, I've pointed at these things before. You know, somebody like myself, I'm involved in this whole process here in regards to what is objectively true. It's a scientific inquiry, you know, in regards to our natural environment, the environment that we all share. This is not about me, my character, who I am as a person, what my skin colour is, what my sexual preference is. None of these things are relevant whatsoever. And none of these, you know, this subjective realm is no relevant to the reality that we share. We live in a society where it's taught to people, or you know, it's accepted by people that everybody spews their wee bile and hatred opinions towards each other, because everybody thinks that they're something better than everybody else, and that they're somehow on a spiritual high horse or an intellectual high horse or whatever. People think they've got some grounds to sit and pass judgment on other people. Now, it's different if you have your own subjective preference and you identify who you are and you align yourself with whatever you choose to align yourself with, and the people who are of your ilk and blah, blah, blah. That's different. But when we have people who start, you know, trying to make relevant of, you know, in an objective arena, you know, society, you know, for me, a society and its structure, all I'm really care about is the public representatives are supposed to be there to, you know, maintain the infrastructure, you know, to bring forth solutions to issues and problems that we have as communities. How do we make life better for each other? How do we make it, you know, easier? How do we make things more accessible? What resources can we share? What can we utilise? Blah, blah, blah. You know, this in a public arena of a structure and representatives and stuff like that, that's where the focus has to be. As soon as we start bringing in other agendas on a subjective level about people's sexuality, their religion, their race, their skin colour, you know, I start to have a real issue with that. That's where there's psyops and agendas that are of concern to me, right? Now, you see this creeping in continually, and it's creeped into this whole arena, if you like, of people questioning their objective reality at a scientific inquiry, and you've got loads of little factions all popping up, and they're bringing all sorts of fucking needless bullshit to the table. So I've spoken about it before in regards to cartoons, straw man, maps and models, you know, understanding the language, recognising the fluff, the muck, the bullshit that doesn't have to be there. And the same is true for these aspects. People really have to see it and stand up to it. Make a fucking stand. Have a principle. Draw a line in the fucking sand and what's acceptable and what's fucking not acceptable. Okay? So when I see all this stuff about transgender and this, that and the other, I start to go, nah, something's not right here. And I'm going to give you some examples of why, because to me, you know, there's a personal aspect to this. Because what this is in regards to is a couple of hangouts that are going on. And I see it happening everywhere. This is just one specific example of a particular avenue or a particular topic, which happens to be transgender. So, you know, people are chit-chatting, wee sweetie mouths, bitching and gossiping because everybody thinks that they've got the upper hand and they've got the right to pass judgment on other people. So these people are in hangouts talking about transgenders. This cunt's a transgender, this cunt's a transgender, he's a transsexual. Pointing at me, I'm a transgender. You know, it's all fine. I don't give a fuck about people. They can call me whatever they fucking like. It matters not to me. But where I do draw the line is when they start bringing in my children. right? So these fucking morons are sitting talking about my daughter, my child, and think that it's relevant or important to be bringing, my child into this discussion and talk about her, sexuality. She's transgender, she looks like a transgender, blah, blah. So there's various complexities here that we have to have a look at. Right, we'll get to the emotional processes of the victim, the person that's being chastised or focused on. But what I want to focus on first and foremost is what is people's problems with transgenders. Now, in regards to it being pumped into schools and young kids going through processes to change their gender at that age when they've not fully understood themselves, obviously I'm going to have an issue with that. A human being has to grow, it has to have time to develop in order to understand itself fully and to make, commitments to the choices that it's making through, a bit of life experience so that they're not just jumping in. So when I see agendas like that, if there really is people out there that are, having their kids on treatments for sex changes, then, that's something that has to be looked at. But in regards to just a transgender person, now, to give you an example of what I'm pointing at here, it's a form of hate speech because there's subtleties to it. So I'll show you a wee bit of one of these hangouts, just what's going on. So pretty much the people are just gossiping and they're saying, check his daughter, defo a transgender. So what I'm trying to read from that is, right, what's the message that these wee bitchy sweetie moose are trying to offer up? But I can't identify any real, solid reasoning grounds other than just hatred. Thanks. Thank you. Just pointing at somebody and saying they're a transgender. What does that mean? What does pointing at somebody and saying they're a transgender or they're a transsexual, what does that even mean? So what you have to ask is, what is these people's incentives? What is it they're trying to offer up? Are they trying to get people into a frenzy, into a hate mode of hating on a minority group of people because of what they are? Because I don't see anything else out it. Just saying he's a tranny, they're a tranny, they're a tranny. Well, what's the underlying message that you're trying to present me there? That you just want me to hate on people who are transsexual? And you want other people to hate on them because they're transsexual or transgender? What's that about? That's just pure empty bile and hatred. That's an agenda. That's a psyop. So why are they then bringing it into this topic of an objective inquiry? What's their message? What are you trying to achieve here? You want to create a hate campaign group to oppress and chastise transgender people? Are they no human beings? Do they not have emotional processes? Have you ever stopped to consider the huge burden that they're bearing? I know people in my personal life who've went through the whole process. I've known them since they were young and have now become the opposite. I know what they went through. I know the inner turmoil, the stress, the anxiety, the pressure from society that was on them. So what? I've just to hate them. This is the question I'm asking. What are these people really trying to achieve? I don't see any clarity in their interactions. I just see wee fucking sock puppet accounts spewing hatred and bile towards a particular group of people. I've said this so many times before. I'm not interested in what your skin colour is or how many cocks you've got or how many cocks you don't want to have. It's by the by to me. All I'm interested in is, are you a malevolent fucker or are you benevolent? And if you're a malevolent fucker, what's your game? You standing in the way of truth? Are you standing in the way of empowering people? Are you standing in the way of giving people the tools that they require? Are you a malevolent fucker that just wants to see people in hurt? It's a mindset I identify. I don't give a fuck what skin colour it's wearing, how many tits and arseholes and cocks it wants to have. Could not give a monkey's fuck. What they bring to me is what's important. If somebody's coming to me in regards to a particular topic, like objectivity, what's the shape of the earth, it's their content I'm interested in. There's a person that comes here, a known troll, if you like, an antagoniser called Brenda. Now, Brenda makes the claim that she's a transgender or whatever, but I'm not interested in that. I don't judge that person on their sexual orientation or their identification or any of that stuff. I'm only interested in what they're bringing to the table in regards to the topic of discussion. I'm not going to shoo them away, go, you're a tranny, you're some sort of fucking subhuman. What if my daughter was one of these people? She's not, but what if she was? You've got mindless morons running about the world that she's going to have to put up with, that are not offering anything other than hatred because they're different. Still a fucking human being. They still have an emotional process and a conscious mind. This is the problem with fucking societies, especially nowadays. Everybody's a wee sweetie mouth, controlling, manipulative cunt face. When are people going to realise there has to be a separation between your subjectivity and objectivity? And actually realise it and recognise it in yourself? Because the psyops, the muddying of the waters, and the vast majority of the problems that human beings have, that I can tell, is because you've got a bunch of insecure, dipshit, malevolent cunts running about spewing hatred towards all different factions. People run about talking about divide and conquer, oh, it's Illuminati, it's blah, blah, blah. It's these fucking mindsets that are amongst you every single day that you sit back in apathy and just let it wash over you and never stand up to it and draw a fucking line in the sand and say, fuck you cunt, that's not happening. The vast majority of people are running about the Stockholm Syndrome. Jumping on bandwagons, chastising people for how they look, what their sexual preference is, where they come from, what their skin colour is, what their religion is. All these things have to be categorised and identified as what's subjective and what's objective. Subjectivity should remain as your personal preference. It's got fuck all to do with the objective arena and should never be brought into it. How would I have ever identified the use of sophistry and all the bullshit that's been, pushed into the scientific arena? If all I ever did was sit and focused on that cunt's a tranny, that cunt's a fucking gay boy, that cunt's a dyke, that cunt's a fucking meh. It's not going to achieve anything. It's petty-minded, childlike, malevolent, idiotic fucking behaviours. So when you see these fucking morons and what they're up to, I don't see many people making a fucking stand. For me, it's a fucking no-no. That is hate speech. People are talking about, oh, YouTube, they're going to shut us down for fucking hate speech. Well, you don't even fucking recognise what hate speech is. You don't have the ability to recognise it. It's done so subtly, it just washes over people. And people actually contribute to it because they don't recognise their own idiotic fucking tendencies. Running about casting judgment on every other cunt else. Do you think you're on a fucking pedestal? Well, I'm in spiritually high grounds. I'm at one with Creator and all that stuff, she's. The Creator that I would invest in would think you were an absolute fucking piece of shit. No rational, no logical, no discerning, no compassionate, no loving, no fucking spiritual. The total fucking opposite. And at the same time as you've got these wee minions spewing their bollocks, they're all going, love you, lovely, love and hugs and all that. They're fucking absolute screwballs. I'll show you. Then you've got other layers here. Oh, the transgender agenda, it's to depopulate and blah, blah, blah. Oh. So you get people saying these things. What if that was happening? Right, so let's take it for a given that, there's a transgender thing and it's to depopulate and control populations and blah, blah. And these people are going, to depopulate. So the people that are fighting against that are obviously have an assumption that, they know where they are. They know what the whole game's about. The game is to populate and to continually breed and be here. You don't even know where the fuck you are. People are talking about all this stuff. They don't know where the fuck they are. How they got here, what the whole fucking game's about. But they want to offer up all these subjective opinions about minority groups and different factions of other human beings. What do you want to populate the place for? What do you want to keep bringing other people here for? It's an absolute shambles. What are they going to do? Suffer and die? There's always different ways of fucking looking at things. These people don't ever come out of their own wee fucking box that they build around themselves and convince themselves that they're, on touch and in spiritual high places and all this fucking gobbledygook. Your walk tells me something totally fucking different. I'm not immune to all this stuff. I've said things, I've acted in ways that I look back and I go, fuck me. There you go, you've contributed to that shit. What the fuck are you up to? For different reasons. I'm not a malevolent person. I don't want to bring hatred towards anybody. But when I get people that want to bring me bullshit, or involve me in bullshit, they're going to get a bit of fucking fuck you. That still doesn't mean to say that I want them chastised, oppressed, hate brought to them, harm brought to them. You'll never get that message from me. The thing about these fucking clowns is they'll never offer you an actual reason. What I say is just wee mindless fucking drones. Transgender, he's a transgender. The air that surrounds what they're saying is that you've to hate them. They're somehow a threat to you. How the fuck is some man or woman that wants to become the opposite sex a fucking threat to me? How is that a threat to me? Is it going to infect me and go, alright, no, what? There's areas of cultural influence, and I've seen that, where, yous are new, males are more effeminate, there's different things happening, there's cultural influence happening. But the majority of the time it's happening to younger people. As people get older and wiser, they start to realise what affected them, what influenced them, and they eradicate it. And they become true to what they are. So there is aspects of that. But it's not just about sexuality. People are being influenced right across the board. As I've said so many times before. Your identity, existential narratives of who you are, where do you come from, what life's about, what the world is, blah, blah, blah. The place is saturated in it because we allowed ideologies to infect the objective arena. The objective arena should only be concerned with what's useful to us as human beings as a whole, what benefits us, what progresses us, what makes life easier. That's about resources, proper infrastructure, proper education, the tools of discernment, empowerment. I don't see all these fucking clowns bawling about any of that. But they want to run about keeping everybody in fear of a tranny. He's a tranny, he's got 4 cocks and an asshole in his forehead. You wonder why you've got ex-presidents coming out and making statements of, that the normal man and woman are too petty, small-minded to govern their own affairs. They're fucking right. I totally fucking agree with them. Majority of people don't know how to identify their own insecurities and where they're projecting and spewing all their fucking shite onto the rest of the world. So, what if somebody like my daughter was one of these people? You've got all these fucking clowns running about spewing hatred towards them. Why? You think you know what life's about? You've got the objective view because of your wee spiritual fucking religious nonsense is running in the background of your wee idiotic fucking brain. You can't even realise that that's what's running you. So you're judging everything for a wee fucking religious dichotomy all the fucking time. You don't have a fucking clue what this place is. And if you don't have a fucking clue what it is, or you're part in it, why the fuck are you wasting fucking everybody's time and infecting everybody with your shite and your bio? I don't see four cocks and an asshole and a forehead walking up my pathway. I see a fucking human being. I take them on their interaction with me. Are they offering me malevolence? Are they benevolent? It's a mindset that I identify. Know the package that it's wrapped up in. That's just going to blind you. So these clowns that talk about psyops, they don't even have the fucking ability to recognise what a psyop is. There's a mindset hiding amongst us that has to be identified. Not to be oppressed and to be hung in the street. To be put in its fucking place. That's never going to happen as long as people are running about focusing on bumholes and cocks and balls and fannies and all that stuff. So these fucking clowns think they're compassionate, lovey, spiritual human beings. Are they fuck? How can you ever call yourself any of that? How could you ever be in any of these categories when you contribute to that bile and hatred? I only spoke about this the other night. You know, again, you see these behaviours everywhere. I'm just a man questioning the official narratives of where the people are telling me I live. The through that, I've had all sorts of characters coming at me. I don't go to fucking name. You don't see hit piece videos on my channel spewing bile and hatred towards these fuckers. They all came to me. These wee culty mindsets, insecure, don't like somebody questioning. Taking images of my children, putting them on supposed porn sites, showing me wee photographs as if they've put them up there. And now I've got these fucking dipshits bringing my fucking daughter into it, questioning, oh, she a tranny, she a this, she a that. It's absolutely despicable. And I don't want anything to do with any of you cunts out there. So make it fucking clear. I am only interested in what is objectively true about the reality we share. Anything else that any fucker's bringing into it, it's part of the psyop. I don't give a fuck what character you like, who you think your idol is. If they're bringing that shite into this, they're fucking at it. That's what's going to get this shut down. It's been done deliberately. And again, people are too fucking dumb to recognise it. If you're running about concerned about what somebody's got between their legs, there's a fucking want about you. And I don't want to catch that. I certainly don't want to be associated with you either. So, let it be known, this is not about religious ideologies, subjective, derpy fucking nonsense. None of that. I'm not interested in any of it. Don't give a fuck about your personality, what your sexual preference. I don't care. What claim have you got about the objective reality that I share with you? What can you demonstrate to me? So something like the other evening, when I had the conspiracy cats in thing on, you know, I display a lot of contempt for somebody like that, right? Because I can see that they're actively lying, they're intellectually dishonest, right? And I'll express that, and I'll express my contempt for it. That in no way, shape or form ever suggests that I hate them or that I want ill will to come to any of them. Because I don't. I can only be me and draw the fucking line in the sand for what I see. It's far too much of this shite creeping in. So, let me just get up the wee bit that I'm talking about. And that's it. I've got that here, this love, compassion, understanding. You know, love, compassion, and understanding for me is realising that you as a subjective being need to be secure in that. And to allow your fellow human beings to be what they want to be. Now, where I draw the line is when these things are being brought into an objective arena. Let me just find this here. So a couple of these characters I confronted. One in particular was a guy known as Tarmo Luberg. And this was on a channel called David Banner. Right? There's other wee characters in there. And I don't see them any fucking drawing a line. A few of them did. Just wait a minute till I find this fucking thing. This is just one example. I'm seeing this happening everywhere. Just bear with me a wee second here.
Right. From, you know, it's no big deal. Had our little.
And we're going to get the chat box here. So let's just see here.
Chat. Hopefully it got sorted. He ain't bothered about me, nor is Celtic. You know.
So, you know, a lot of these people nowadays sit and talk shite and bitch about fucking people. Oh, I like him, I don't like him. He's sound, he's no sound. What the fuck's that about? Just the level of intelligence. As I go back to what I said about statements being made about men and women being too small-minded to govern their own affairs. No fucking wonder. Don't allow these wee sweetie-mouthed bitches to sit spewing Chinese whispers and sowing fucking nonsense about other people. That's so destructive.
They know where I'm coming from. You know, it's no big deal.
So right here, you know, Dell is a woman and his daughter is a proper man. Right? Say what you want about me, cunty flaps. Any of these wee fucking sweetie mouth bitches, come and fucking say to my face and I will shag the life out you. Then you'll know I'm a fucking man. I will shag you fucking raw. No, I'm no fucking gay. But I'll dominate fuck out you and I will shag your wee ass hard so you know who the fucking man is. Out of pure principle. No, because I fancy you. Just to dominate you cunty buzz, okay? Come and fucking chap the door. Fucking big internet, hard guys and all that, spewing their fucking bile and hatred. Come and find out for my man. Come and see me. Your wee arsehole will be nice and tight for me by the time you get here. I fucking guarantee you that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like,
So there, a bit of decency. Leave his family out of this. But this is all still being supported by people continually gaining their attention to it. Running about in wee fucking circles of bitchiness. What the fuck's any of that ever going to achieve? Is that progressing anything?
another one is Riddle. Yeah, Riddle me this, Riddle. Riddle was always in Pete's chat, going way back, right?
It's all about peoples. It's all wee sweetie mouth bitches. All about people. My life experience, see these cunts cause the most heartache and fucking pain and problems to everybody. This type of mindset.
Ain't seen him lately.
There's no rationale behind any of it. It doesn't lead to anything useful to you. It's dysfunctional mental illness.
In his face or her face. Still don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Sorry, Rids.
Who gives a fuck whether MD's a boy or a girl? Can somebody please come in here and express to me the relevance of any of that? I'll open up. Send me a fucking email. Come in, any of you cunts that want to perpetuate all this fucking drivel. Come in and give me your reasoning processes. Give me something solid. Show me why it's relevant.
But, you know, I'm not going to start saying...
And here, where can I see Dale's daughter's picture? Now, this person subsequently apologised. Still tried to play a bit of the victim and shift the burden. They're the victim. Who grassed on me? Like, that's your concern. Who snitched on you? You're on fucking tinterwebs in public, spewing fucking hatred about people you don't even fucking know. And I'm asking you, what is the relevance here? What is your reasoning processes? What does it matter if somebody identifies as a woman or a man? Whose business is it to be fucking sticking their neb into that? Where do you get the grounds to be sticking your neb in the first place? So get in here, big tinterweb fucking hotshots, and let us hear your rationale. Because I know you don't fucking have any. We fucking shite bags hiding in the fucking undergrowth. Perpetuating psyops.
Saying, right, you're not a real flat earther. Or you're not this or you're not that. I haven't got that proof. Now, if I had the proof to say that and I had something to back that up,
So this character's known as Mikey or Mickey, whatever. Anita Holman knows him. She's got the decency to say don't involve people's children. Why no fucking question him on the relevance? And how it's important whether or not somebody's got a cock or a fanny. Fanny in this, area of the pond that is known as a pussy or a vagina, whatever you like. I know in America it's bum. Where's your level of discernment? Where's your level of critical thought to recognise that something's no fucking right?
no, Joanne, you're a hermaphrodite.
How's that funny? See, this is the pomposity of people like that. The hermaphrodite. What, like, you're so fucking perfect? So I'll just jump on the fucking subjective bandwagon then. Start casting judgment on all you fucking wee dicks. Huh? A hermaphrodite, are they not a human being? Are they a subhuman that you've got the right to fucking spew your hatred at? Again, more reasons for why we would be contained. More reasons for why there would be a need to govern you, because you're a fucking mindless knuckle dragging fucktard. Holding the human intellect back because you're so fucking inept and insecure, irrelevant, inadequate.
I had to get that intro on.
Exactly, Walter Williams. Love to see you say that to Dell's face.
I'm sorry, I had to. Nita, I'm a cunt. Hey, Judith. Welcome all.
Again, I'm not trying to shut any of these people down. Let them spew their bile and hatred. What I'm pointing out is the aspects of what perpetuates hatred, that keeps people divided, that muddies the waters of objective inquiry. That's what I'm pointing out. These fucking Muppets can carry on to their heart's content. I'm just pointing out.
Yeah, so, you know, BB and Celtic have got their own way of doing it. I've seen that now. I've seen what they do, you know. It took me quite a while to kind of get it. But yeah, they should go a bit easier on the flatties, I think.
So, as we can see, this wee fucking cunt stain here is posting up fucking videos, right? Now, an innocent child, this fucking reprobate is trying to involve. Now, what's his message to people? Everybody look at the first 10 seconds of this vid, please. This is insane. So what if my daughter was one of these people? Now what? She's to be demonised. I've not to love her. I've not to care for her. I've not to be there to support her because she's another human being. Is that your fucking message, cunty?
You watch what's going on.
Yeah.
So, an innocent fucking child, these wee fucking wanks are running about fucking spewing hatreds towards. And this is not the only example. Again, I'm pointing out the psyop aspect of these fucking cretins. And all these fucking dipshits that hang about in these wee fucking circles, perpetuating it. Let's have a look and see what other characters appear, shall we?
Can I play it, Shadow? Mickey?
So rather than this fucking cock end saying, what's the fucking relevance of this? What's the importance of this? What the fuck's this got to do with anything? This wee fucking knob jockey wants to play it so he can judge whether my child is a man or a fucking woman.
Mickey, can I play that? Will I get copyrighted or?
That's their concern. Will I get copyrighted? Who snitched on me? Will I get copyright? Where's your fucking compassion, love, understanding and all that fucking jazz? Your will to progress. Where's all this being displayed?
Oh, I can play it. Yes, alright. We'll open it in a new tab. Talk over it. Oh, right, is it Dell?
Look. Tanmo Luberg, I have to agree, that daughter looks weird. Oh, really, cunt? Come and see me. We'll see how you look when I'm finished with you. I don't give a fuck. These cunts want to cross the fucking lines. Fuck you. You're new in jungle territory, fuckface. Start fucking bringing my kids into it, I will fuck you hard. Detestable, scummy, low-life, vagrant cunts, these types. It's got fuck all to do with any of this.
Oh, I don't want to see Del's daughter. It's just none of it. That's not interesting for me.
You fucking knew what he was showing you. You knew it was about my fucking daughter.
Right.
What is it? Your need to try and please other people. This is what I'm talking about. Being swayed, the peer pressure, where people have no got Stockholm syndrome. They've no got the fucking spine to stand up and say, fuck you. Get to fuck. It's rife. It's fucking everywhere. Eddie, Yellow Submarine. Same fucking shite. Oh, you look like a tramp, you listen. Who gives a fuck? Fucking despicable. These people, honestly. This mindset that people need to start identifying.
Yeah, I'm not really into. Nah. Let's play that music.
You're not really into what? Looking at videos with my fucking child in it and passing your wee fucking comments and judgments. So what, it's alright for everybody else, people that you don't know are associated with. Strangers. It's not alright. These are the types of minds that end up in wee fucking witch hunt groups. Thinking they've got the right to witch hunt anybody who doesn't fit their wee fucking idiotic narratives. That's pretty much all based in religious fucking ideology. They don't even realise it. It's God's kingdom. God's kingdom and God made these rules and God loves me and all that stuff. Whatever. You don't know where you are, fucko. So here, the point is, Banner, it's a fucking tranny. Where's the detail of this? Where's the relevance? What message, again, psyop, what message is being portrayed here? Hate speech, hatred towards particular groups of people. We're seeing it everywhere. Look at the subtle hate speech that goes on against people like us who question the official narrative of the claims about our objective reality. From all these characters like conspiracy cats and blah blah. The way they're trying to portray us to the onlooker. It's propaganda. It's a form of hate speech. Subtle. It's just no fucking on at all. Don't fucking dare think you can call yourself any sort of intellect. You don't have the ability to recognise these things. You're an absolute moron and a huge part of the fucking problem. Let's just skip through, shall we? I see. Oh, look, oh, there, wee Jamie Brown. Wee Jamie Brown rattling about psyops, this, that, and the other. Had his head fucking warped by psyop players. Spewing pish about me, I've heard him and all. So what? Well, I just start fucking spewing hatred in your direction? Huh? Offered fuck all but support. And now they're going to start telling each other lovesies, hugsies and all that. Like they're some sort of warm spiritual do-gooders. Horrible little cunts. Every fucking one of them. If you're contributing to that, stay the fuck away from me. I ain't fucking interested in you. You get fuck all to offer me. You're never going to progress any of this.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, Anita Holman. Your kids in your 30s, but if you did that, then you'd be mighty pissed. Why? Because of your kids. So, all the fucking transgender people out there, they're somebody's children. There's an agenda to divide and rule and conquer people, right? Because people can't unify under the commonalities of what we actually are. Sharing that compassion, that will to understand and resolve with each other. You'll always have these wee cunt stains and trying to throw in the divisive aspects. And people are too fucking stupid because they're just swayed by the rest of the sheeps. Well, I'll just contribute to this because I want to be part of this wee clique.
But that's what I'm saying, Mick. Pete Shea said there was a tranny, and there was people talking about the tranny agenda before Pete.
Again, I'm going to ask you questions. What if I was a fucking tranny? What's that going to do with anything? Huh? Where's the issue with my content? Mindless. Empty. Absolute shit stains. Fuck trannies on a plane. I'm sure I've met you. Is that the level of your fucking mindset and all? Fuck trannies, hey. Is that a wee deep-rooted projection of your fucking fantasies there? They're fucking human beings, you absolute clown.
Don DeMarco's in the house. Chris Matt's in the house.
They're all patting each other on the back.
We's cool with my book. You're welcome to come here, mate. Oh, the chick
coming up to your feet that you've never.
Anyway,
you realise that.
it's all lovies. Love you know that fucking shite. Absolute fucking knob jockeys. To fuck off my screen and don't fucking come near here. So I say, any's want to bump your gums, fucking come and say it to me. I'm no your psyop. I'm no some fucking character, party groups. I'm just fucking me. I have got a spine. I will draw the fucking line in the sand. So, chap the fucking door. Oh, I don't see them battering down the emails to come in and fucking offer up their rational reasoning processes and the relevant aspects of what it is, whatever message it is they're trying to portray, because all I can see is just hatred, hatred, hatred. Well, it's not just that, Alibi. There might just be people who are insecure about their own sexuality, but there's definitely a wee agenda that's been creeping in for a fair amount of time. It's always been part of, you know, I've seen it in my life, of these wee sweetie mouths that like nothing better and got awful and nothing better than hatred being pointed towards other people. For whatever fucking reason. So, I think there's a lot more sinister aspects than just people's insecurities at play here. Exactly, Maggie M. It's the subtleties of how they do it. You don't need to just come out right and say, this cunt's a fucker, I fucking hate him, blah, blah, blah. It's done subtly. They're whipping people into a frenzy with this transgender and all that stuff, and I'm like, what's really going on here? Like, fair enough, as I said before, if there's people making decisions to get their children, changed or whatever, that's not right, because the child's not grown enough to understand themselves. So I have an issue with stuff like that, but at the same time, it's not my business. That's just a harsh reality. It's not my fucking business. We don't need public representatives sticking their neb into subjective aspects. That's a psyop. That's where I see a real issue, that part of this fucking problem here. So again, it's the same as all these people talk about this is more relevant, that's more relevant. Open up, shouting at me, I don't talk about this, I don't talk about that, I should do this, I should do that. There's a fucking platform open. Where are yous? This tells you a picture in itself. You think they'd be rushing in here to offer us up the relevance and what's important here? I don't see it happening. So see, talk about me all you fucking like. Bring my kids into it. I'm going to have a fucking serious issue with you. They're fuck all to do with it. It's the same in this chat box as well. I'm not going to tolerate it. Mindless fucking drivel about your hatred for some character or whatever, I don't care. You better be bringing me some aspect of their content, or you can fuck off. The same again. Just because people are in this chat box, they'll know me. I'm sick of this. Whether it's beyond belief or whatever, anybody else. People questioning me about other people's actions or comments or statements. Go and fucking speak to them direct. What's all this need to have middlemen and go-betweens? You too weak. I've got an issue with somebody, I go straight to that source. Straight to that person. If you're encountering people that do nothing but bump their gums about other people, but yet never go straight to the source to iron out the issues that they have with them, you know you're dealing with a wee fucking manipulating piece of shit. Are people no wise enough yet? Am I dealing with infants here? Naive infants? They're no wise enough to recognise these types of traits that they've experienced through their life. So you should know that. So you should be able to identify it on here. You should be able to identify it within. Again, this is when I start to, say, do you know what? People do need governance. They are fucking knuckle-dragging idiots. If there is other aspects out there, no fucking wonder there's an effort to keep us contained, because the majority of people are too fucking dumb and would poison and infect anything else that's advanced. All your wee idiotic notions of gods and all this stuff. Do you really think he's a fucking moron like you? A petty wee fucking idiot? Is that the type of gods you think you've got to worship? That you think's true? I could not give a fuck if Madonna's a man. Fuck off! Who cares? Again, if Madonna's a man, what does that mean? M. Cantor, Madonna is a man was your statement. Now please tell me the relevance of that. Hurry up! Let's see the reasoning here. Okay, M. Cantor, Madonna's a man was your claim, your statement. Now explain. What's that got to do with anything? Are you butthurt because you knocked one out? Huh? Thinking it was a woman and it's a man and you feel all dirty inside or something? What's your problem? Twisted. Come down. That's no use to me. You're just spewing random words. Take a smoke, come down. Come down where? Look at them squirm. They don't even understand their own stupidity because they can't offer anything. Madonna's a man, right? And what? I'm still waiting. I guarantee you we're not going to get anything that makes any sense out of these clowns. I go and ask that fucking wee clown Russian vids to explain to you the relevance. It's idiots like him that perpetuate hate speech towards particular minorities or groups of people. Well, is that not the thing, Steve HV? That would be the rational, sane approach that you're displaying there. I'm interested in the music. I don't give a fuck how many cocks it has or doesn't have. Yes, hate me, Cantor. We're still waiting. You made the statement. I'm asking you the relevance. You said Madonna's a man. And? See? My stoner. I am Cantor. Explain the relevance. We're all waiting. So, again, you know, people just need to be fucking discerning. Recognise these things for what they actually are. I might have had a comb over uppercut. Well, there's some people that will think that because I had a comb over, that means that I'm displaying Freemasonic transgender tendencies. Therefore, that fucking means all my content must be ignored because I'm a transgender Freemason with a comb over. That's these people's mindsets. See this? I love to mock Christ. You know, again, for me, there's only an issue when ideologies are brought into an objective arena. You know? But if people have their religion or their wee subjective beliefs or whatever, that's their business. I don't feel the need to go out and oppose somebody's religion or their sexuality or their whatever, because I'm secure with me. None of what these people do is ever going to affect me internally. The only thing that's going to affect me with these people is if they come up with an AK-47 firing fucking rounds at me. Then I might have an issue with them. Cutting their cocks off and tucking it in doesn't affect me. Well, Mark of Melbourne, love is our religion. A lot of people profess that to be the who they are in their wee idiotic fantasy realms. But their walk and their behaviour tells you something totally different. Because that's no love. How I understand it. Anything but. Aye. Certainly, Mark of Melbourne. When they portray to be the opposite sex, well, this is the whole thing about idol worship and celebrityism and this device of the TV, which is a whole other issue. Are they duty bound to tell you what they are? Is some singer coming on the TV supposed to say, I'm going to sing a song and by the way, I used to be a man, but now I'm a horse? Is that what your problem is? Is this all rooted in men having wanks to people that they thought were women and they weren't women and now they've got a bee in their bonnet about it? Is that what the problem is? You shouldn't be wanking to strangers on your telly. If you don't get an imagination. Use your imagination. And then you'll have an issue. What's all satanic? See again, this is just the stuff that just annoys me. It's all satanic. What is? Even in my childhood, I remember this. Things were so fucking petty. It was even in my childhood that gay people were terrified to come out and express themselves for what they are, because the popular opinions, the wee sweetie mouth fucking consensus was hatred and you're a fucking poof, you're a fucking this and well, they're not trying to stick their cock in your ass. What's your fucking problem? It's the way things are portrayed, like they'll try to demonise them. I'm sure they're only interested in other people who like their arse being prodded by other men. That's up to them. But as I say, it's not that long ago that was the mindset. And that even a gay person couldn't come out openly and express without oppression. Being fucking battered in the street, being bullied, intimidated, psychologically and emotionally abused and damaged. to the point of fucking suicide. It's an absolute fucking travesty. Shocking. The behaviours of human beings and the levels they've stooped to. And if it wasn't he's a poof, it was, they've only got Adidas 2 stripes on, ha ha ha, let's bully them now. Absolute petty-minded nonsense that was always perpetuated by a very small minority. And the rest were just in Stockholm Syndrome, scared to draw the line and fucking stand up for what they know was right and what they should have stood for. That these days it's not any different. If you're claiming you're a compassionate human being, that should be your first port of call. And that was it. As I say, it was rife. So it didn't matter if it was a gay person or whatever. You had people in poverty coming into like a school. And this is the other aspects, the dysfunctional aspects of these peer pressure groups and unnatural situations that are just left unchecked. You know, go and read fucking Lord of the Flies. Everybody experienced it through their childhood, but it was always a minority. Some poor child that's coming from extreme poverty, having to go through the school system, and as well as the strain and stress of that, you've got all the other kids fucking jumping on them, bullying them, making their life fucking hell because they don't have the Adidas 3 stripes, or whatever. So that was David Marks. Well, that's it there, Dania. I'm the satanic blah 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 because I've got compassion and I will to understand and reason. People say everything's inverted. You're fucking right, it is. Just because, you know, I've got a skin heat and I've got tattoos and I say fuck you every other fucking sentence or word. What does that mean? Mere superficial pish that people judge things on. It's ridiculous, Bates. Everybody's a transgender and I'm like, what's the fucking point of this? I don't care. Are they benefiting my children, the people I care about? Is the community getting better? Is the infrastructure progressing and advancing? Are people being educated properly? Are we getting kept in bewilderment, or are we being liberated? Are we offering up freedom of expression? Are we advancing? Are we being tolerating? Tranny. You've got all these muppets that use the word psyop and they don't have a fucking clue what they're contributing to, how they're being affected and swept up by it. Just fucking mindless mongs. I'll have to stop throwing my lighter down on the table, by the way. I forgot about that because when I throw my lighter on the table, it makes a loud noise through the mic, so I do apologise. There'll be a discount on next year's TV licence for you. And it is all distractions. It brings you right back to the whole point. We do not know where the fuck we are, how we came to be, why we came to be, what the purpose is, if there is a purpose. And you've got all these people that think they know why and what and who, think they all have certainty, all trying to control each other, pass judgment on each other. And it's all just delusional mental illness being perpetuated. Oh, keeping you distracted from stopping and going, hang on a minute, what is this fucking place here? Where the fuck am I? What am I part of? What's going on? Let's find out. No, that's irrelevant. Joe Bloggs has got 5 cocks, 4 balls, a bumhole in his forehead, and a pair of tits on his arse cheeks. And it was giants that done it. Giants extracted sap from 100-mile tall trees and injected everybody with transgender materials because Satan told them to do it. Huh? That's the type of bollocks. Giant trannies. Giant trannies that came from another place far off that don't like us because they hate God. The loving God that put us here and made them as well. Aye, that very same God. Aye. Exactly beyond belief. It's just all buzzwords, generalisations, all triggers of fear and irrationality. I sent to see your bollock naked, Stuart McKenzie, because he's a paedophile too. No worries, Steve HV. It wasn't a 60 feet tranny. It must have been at least 50 miles tall to extract the sap for the 100-mile tall tree. And then it jumped with joy at its fuckery of the human race, cracked its skull on the dome, opened the dome up and the water fell in. And then they welded it with plasma, welded it all back shut again, and cowed some of the water back out. And then started to fuck with us all. The level of ridiculousness of this whole arena and these fucking muppets is incredible. And it's not just that, it's the amount of fucking people that actually get swept up by it. Well, this is it, West Coast wisdom, but that's when they bring in its population control. Whoa. But they say it as if it's a negative because in their mind, they think they're in God's kingdom, they're supposed to reproduce. They don't even know the fuck they are. They think there's this loving God guy and all that stuff. And, but it's just all bizarre. Right. Exactly beyond belief. But they don't bring any of that. It's just mindless hate. That's all I'm seeing. I've just received age restricted notification for what I'm doing right now. Do you believe that? Hi, beyond the magic curve. As you may know, our community guidelines describe which content we allow and don't allow on YouTube. Your video, hate speech, transgender, love, compassion, understanding, hypocritical, mouthy sweet wives was flagged to us for review. Upon review, we've determined that it may not be suitable for all viewers and it has been placed behind an age restriction. Why? Because I say fuckety fuck, bums on faces and all that. What about the actual content? What about what I'm speaking to? Is that what your problem is? YouTube. Huh? Exposing your wee fucking psyopy bullshit. This is what I'm talking about. What's the purpose in life? This is what we're all asking, is it now? It's just to be a mindless moron. Clutch at delusions. Convince yourself that you've got a grasp on yourself and reality and everybody else. Trample over every cunt. Cause destruction in your wake. And laugh. And be proud of your idiotic ways. That's pretty much what I see, you know. If that's what it is, AI has picked up on the title of the video. I don't know what's a problem about just the title. There's no content to just what's in the title. Right, I'm out of here, people. Said what I had to say on all this bollocks. See, this is exactly why I said at the time, from day one, keep it clean. It's about objective inquiry. We don't need all the muck dragged into it. Because the toys and the aspects of the room are here. And it's just a warren of rabbit holes that are of no fucking use to you or I in regards to establishing what the bigger picture is. So if you're somebody who's serious, understands the severity of the situation you're in, you should be able to recognise all this fucking pish. I'm willing to leave all these mindless fucking mongs behind. Let them all eat each other in the middle. All I give a fuck about is establishing the perimeter. What's out there? Where we actually are. That's what I need for my progression. No, that's fucking garbage. So, cheers people. Be vigilant. See you all very soon. Take care.